Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location. Ten seconds before insertion. 5 seconds to go. Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
You can solve any problem with good trajectory calculation. That's the adult work.
Reloading. Cover me.
Some would say, time to ring some ears.
Cluster charge live. Cluster charge.
Which set? Going live.
Cluster charge activated. Cluster charged.
Increases thermal touch. Step back!
Bomb diffusion initiated. Protect the diffuser. One Op 4 remaining. Hostile bomb defused.
While he was asleep. It was as if he knew what she was going to say next. He tells them that he is going to fight along with them from now on since they are friends after all. He begins to step closer to the monster. Little by little, as he approaches the monster closer and closer, he
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location. 10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Going in! Drone ready.
Cluster charge activated.
Missed me?
As my friend would say, time to ring some ears. Clearing the way.
Reload.
Four last operator
Reloading.
standing. Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
He thinks to himself that he has lost all his chubbiness due to the continuous use of healing skills in his near-death situation. He shouts at his team that he is going to act as a tank while the other two can deal damage. Tenma and Khotone prepare to attack. Seba comes closer to the Greater Demon and looks up at the grotesque monster. Name Greater Demon, level 25, skills 4, all its stats show before him. It looks at the demon and says that it has been a while since he came across one. The demon pulls back one of its 4 arms and prepares to throw a punch at Sauda. Sauda leaps in the sky and in an instant he activates all his skills. Satanachia's stem cells, Shadow Step, Overdrive, Flame Arms, everything. He pulls back his sword and with one clean swoop he sends the monster back to its place. His face is still bruised from the damage. He shouts at his team to not hold back as he will make sure the great demon targets him only. Tenma understands the assignment and prepares for an opening. Meanwhile, Khotone is too focused on his skills and says that the skill that our boy Sauda used was from the Empire. Sauda wastes no further time and jumps right back at the monster, breaking.
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
Laser gate in
welcome.
place. Surya gate deployed.
You can stop worrying about grenades
Laser
now.
gate in position.
Setting up.
Bulletproof.
Laying out the welcome mat.
Deploying back.
10 seconds remaining. Down to 5 seconds.
Throwing a dread.
Bomb located by Op 4.
Deploying ADS. Deploying ADS.
Reloading!
Strike mine primed.
Op 4, last operator standing. Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
Hello. Well, you guys can hear me now. Welcome. Welcome, you ignorant slave. Wait. Let's try a pack. Let's try a pack. Come on. Garbage. Well, she's my main, but I already got a beautiful skin for her. And what this? I'm not. Well, I played OKB in the phone, so she's amazing, I would say. Wait, is that a browser? Nah. I think we can make. I'm not ready.
Get ready to engage.
I'd like to start fresh, man. Fuck this guy.
Here's a forgive me not.
Ground as he lifts from it. The monster roars in irritation and breaks through the pillars, sending
Obviously they lose. They need somebody like me. Let's see. Ah, they got her. It's fine. It's fine. It's actually fine.
Be ready to engage, Op 4.
Artilla is on!
Loading new magazine! Deploying mobile cover.
Down to 10 seconds.
Deploying welcome mat.
5 seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Setting the welcome mat. Reload. Laying out the welcome mat. Come on, Kiba failed. Kiba not secured.
As designed, Kiba activated. Kiba strikes through. Destroying barrier.
Friendly! Cease fire! Reload!
One Op 4 remaining. All
Dude.
friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
Bruh. No way.
Sending debris all over the place. It pulls up another punch and with quick speed approaches right before Sada. Sada barely manages to dodge the punch as it goes right next to his face, barely touching him. Just when Sebad lands back on his feet, the monster continues his assault. One punch after another, the greater demon rains down a barrage of punches on him. However, it seems that the goat-like monster has the brain of a goat as well.
I guess they like something with
Friendly
some
drone
awesome-
deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
They're operating on location.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Biliyorum abi, I don't know where I'm going.
You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
It's crazy.
Placing cluster charge.
As my friend would say, time to make a new door.
Going for a drive.
Atero anchored.
Sensor system attached. Knock, knock!
RCE Atero out.
Changing mags! Drone ready.
RCE set.
Going up. Detonating cluster charge. Setting charge! Flashbang.
So basically, he came from this way, man. What a
Op
crazy.
4 last operator standing.
Okay, nice. Whatever, man. I think I need to use Windows Capture, so I can put this specifically here. Yeah. Well, I think we switch like this, or we do it like this every time.
It is underestimating Seba as he keeps dodging all of its attacks, not even a single one landing on him. Monster tries to play dirty and uses his other arm to launch a back attack on Sebas, but he clearly forgot that Seba is no ordinary hero and not someone to mess with. The blade spins in one motion and swoops, Vorpal thrust. The next moment the beast loses one of its arms. This demon never learns its lesson. It tries the same move once again. Seba activates his backstep ability and instantly turns back and slashes its other arm. Seba thinks to himself that this demon seems formidable for someone who is meeting it for the first time. However, this
10 seconds to insertion.
We got a big him.
5 seconds.
How long is this, man?
You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Sensor system. Going live.
What has come? What happened to common?
Deploying charge!
Step back! Stun grenade! Drone ready.
Launching drone.
Wow!
Swapping back!
You must recover the diffuser.
They always get so talkative before they bleed out.
All friendlies have been eliminated.
Incredible, man. It's crazy how she headshot me from there, man. And yeah, I'm getting used to it.
This isn't the first time for Sebas to face off against this demon. Meanwhile, the demon pulls both his arms and regenerates them and prepares to attack once more. Soda, on the other hand, is lost in his thoughts. Just when the demon is ready to attack, Koton appears behind it and uses her double sting skill and falls down on the demon's back like a spear. Temna rushes towards the best as the ground breaks beneath them. She uses her axe and chops down the monster. The monster lets out a demonic bleat out of its mouth. Soda, on the other hand, thinks to himself that this time he has reassuring allies along with him. At the beginning, he thought he could deal with everything. Both for Soda and the Great Demon. However, it is no joke. If you expose yourself to fighting against the demon's fists and thundering roars, it will definitely chip away at your mental state. The demon lets out another roar as smoke and blood come out of its mouth. Tenma and Khotone rush towards the beast to continue their assault. Soda thinks that it is thanks to his allies that he can completely focus on avoiding. If possible, he prefers not to reveal all his skills to them. However, holding back and almost dying because of that, Sobat had enough of that. He also remembers that Kairu told him back then to give it his all. He leaps towards the monster and suddenly energy rushes from him like an exploding star. Along with Tenma and Khotone, he attacks the beast and in swift movement appears behind the beast. The beast feels the aftermath of the slashes and attacks. Khotone jumps on a pillar and observes the situation. She notices that no matter how many attacks she delivers, the monster never targets her. She realizes that the first skill that Soba used is the reason that the beast is no longer targeting anyone except Soba. She looks down at the monster from the pillar. Meanwhile, Tenma lifts 2 giant pillars, one in each hand, and with sheer force throws them at the beast. They collide with the monster and push it down. Sauda stands there and looks at the monster, fighting for its life. The monster looks towards Tenma and lets out a bleak. However, Khotone catches it by surprise and with rapid succession cuts down its neck. The monster moans in pain and shifts its focus back on Sauda. Khotone looks at the monster and thinks to herself about the monster. If someone defeats the floor boss once, it'll never appear again. However, if one clears a certain quest and obtains a demon's book, they can in fact challenge it as much as they like, just like Sauda did before leaving.
Let's get
Be ready to engage, Op 4.
Razor Bloom going out. Razor shell out.
Ten seconds to insertion.
good work.
Throwing a
5
razor
seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action. Op 4, last stop standing.
Nice device.
Oh, he knows? I don't know, bro.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
I don't really care. He has a good headset as well. Excuse me. Very nice.
Be ready to engage Op 4.
I'm reloading.
Device prime. Keep
Throwing
an
a
eye on
razor
them.
blade. Throwing a razor blade.
10 seconds left.
Device prime. Keep
Razor
5
shadow.
seconds left.
proximity alarm in place.
Bomb located by Op 4.
Rattle them.
EDD primed. Stands clear. Doorway trapped. Stay clear of blast zone. Razor wire deployed.
Location has been compromised. Op 4, last operator standing. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful. Op 4 is reinforcing its location. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it. You have dropped the diffuser. Friendly, last operator standing. We have been eliminated.
She observes Sauda and his movement, and he keeps dodging the beast's barrage of punches like he knows where the next punch will land. He moves as if he is aware of what the next attack will be, where it will land, the gap between attacks, and he understands each and every move. Kotone concludes that this type of information is impossible to obtain unless one knows exactly what the beast is thinking. She wonders just how many demon books Sauda used and what for. Meanwhile, Sauda shouts at Kotone and Tenma. He tells
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location. Seconds. Insertion in 5 seconds. Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
I read up on your work on neutralizing explosive ordnance.
You're an inspiration.
Don't believe everything you read.
You must recover the diffuser. The diffuser has been secured. Op 4 last operator standing.
Switching to AR. Gemini got taken out.
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
I'm back. Holy moly. I feel like it's a bad idea, but I just come back like today. If I manage... You know what? I think we play unranked for now. Let's see. I don't mind to play in ranked games so far, but it's gonna be kinda dumb. Like rushing toward the ranked games. The latest day. What's that? Elite 70. The song of this game is kinda hype actually. Time to bomb. Dun, 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 dun. Damn, he's playing Soli. Solis!
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Yes, sir. I don't think they will come from here, but we leave this one there. So, yes, sir.
Setting razor sharp.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
Everything become open, it seems.
10 seconds to insertion.
Placing a razor beam.
Yes, sir.
5 seconds left. Bomb locations are secure.
Specchio sensor on.
Deploying shield. Specchio sensor on the lookout.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
Specchio active. Looking for instep.
Bomb is done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My toxic babes are in position.
A bomb has been located by Op 4.
Make you active. Looking for intel. Scanning the devices.
Op 4, last stop standing.
Shit.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Yes, sir. Well, at least we got a kill, guys. Kill and assist. It's totally worth it. I think they're done actually. Where is actually a good... Man, sorry, I kinda miss her. I will try to play her after this probably. Well, if they link me, of course.
Secure the bombs.
Changing mag. This will rattle them.
Yes, sir.
Door barricaded.
Reloading!
10 seconds remaining. Be advised, a bomb location has been compromised. 5 seconds.
Razor shell.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
On the razor blue.
Wire is up.
Sensor on. Searching for electronics.
Gotta reload!
Fucking no way, man. Yeah, got the shield.
A nest of beauties.
Well, my trap will do something probably. I don't think so.
Shiba's sitting pretty. Barrier placed. We're covered. That'll hold. Shiba's set.
Dispatching grenade!
We can find.
Friendly, last operator standing. Mission failed. All friendlies have been neutralized.
Obviously they will ban my main. Obviously. What should I pick? I can go Elo or Valkyrie. Shall I go Soli? Yeah. And I miss her, not gonna lie. I see.
Be advised, Op 4 has found a bomb.
The beauties are in place!
Alarm in
10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Op 4 has located a bomb.
Looking for intel. Sensor on. Searching for electronics.
I've got the door!
Electrosensor on!
Barricade up!
Electrosensor active.
Surveying for hostiles.
It's not effect because I can see the whole situation there to get touched by him. So, no. And, she's good.
Reload!
Friendly, last operator standing. Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
should we ban, boys? What should we ban? Why they keep banning my main? It's kinda annoying actually. The services look is different. I just have to switch maybe and give like this look, like change things and next she's better doing that. Yeah, that's like when
Insertion in 10 seconds. 5 seconds before insertion. Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
You know Ella?
Fucking A.
yeah, like
Getting a better view.
Torch ready!
As my friend would say, a really big fucking hole coming right up.
Panel deployed.
We'll be set. Clear!
Remaining. User is online and active.
Dome panel deployed. Doorway's been obstructed.
Flash out!
Hostile bomb defused. Mission successful.
the guy actually like the argument in the end. Not different. But just have perspective, maybe you meant chicken. Yeah, like in the end.
Tells them that once the demon reaches 25% HP, they should use their appraisal and monitor it. Khotun is surprised and asks Sauda how he knew about her skill. Sauda tells her to save that for later. He tells them that once the beast reaches 20% HP, it will enter in rage. He tells them that he will signal them and both of them should run away. Tenma agrees, but Khotun demands to know what he is planning to do. Sauda, keeping his eyes fixated on the beast, responds and says that he is going to take on his rage skill. Khotun is left in awe as she remembers her past. In her home country, she saw something like that. When a floor boss's HP
Be advised your drone has located a bomb. Ten seconds. Insertion in 5 seconds. Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
Loading mag! Mag active.
Stay back!
Get clear! Clear the blast area!
Activating drone.
I've been there for.
Increases thermal touch.
One op 4 remaining. Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
Get the fuck. Dun, 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 dun. We taking this, baby.
HP is below a certain percentage, they'll enter a rage state. Not to mention the devastating skill they use after they enter the rage mode. A voice approaches Khotun and tells her that he is counting on them. Khotun snaps back to the present and shouts at Soda that it is impossible. Just then she states that the beast's HP is at 26%. She rushes from behind Soda as he dodges the beast's punch. Tenma uses her axe and attacks the beast, decreasing its HP to 23%. Soda attacks the beast and brings its HP down to 21%. He screams at his team to run away as the beast is about to launch the special skill.
Be advised your drone has located a bomb. Insertion in 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Soma Cruz in City of
Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
Reloading!
Let's find those sheep.
Starting shock drone. Boogie deployed. Auto breacher is a
Taking
go!
the bad guys.
Auto breacher. Boogie is a go! Activating shock drone.
Flashbang out. Drone going out.
Target located. Second floor.
The beast looks up, and suddenly it speaks and says that it is time for them to perish. Suddenly large ripples appear in the sky from the beast's head. Within a second, the beast activates his meteor rain skill. Thousands of beams rain down at the ground and onto Soda. Khotone looks at the scene in awe. She covers her face with one hand to avoid any dust and debris. The beast's assault continues as the shock waves from the attack destroy the ground beneath Khotone. She leaps away while keeping her eyes fixed on the attack. She thinks to herself if Saud is really going to take that. She thinks that if they look at things optimistically, she and Tenma managed to get that thing into rage. However, this rain of 1,000 bullets, no matter how lenient one's estimate is, they won't survive it. Khotone looks down at the aftermath of the attack. A large hole appears in the ground. Sauda stands there, smoke leaving his body and a smile covering his face. His body was unharmed. Khotone is shocked to witness such a feat. Sauda leaps into the air and reaches the beast's neck. Meanwhile, Tenma cuts down the beast's 2 arms, and Khotone aids in attacking the beast. She thinks that it was impossible to survive that attack and wonders just who Sato is. In Dunex, players everywhere challenge great demons in order to get the rare items. This guy, he's the record holder of the shortest time in the Great Demon solo subjugation time attack. For the Great Demon, he is literally their arch enemy. Sato lets out a smile as he snaps the beast. For the guy, he's the record holder of the shortest time in the Great Demon solo subjugation time attack. For the Great Demon, he is literally their arch enemy. Sato lets out a smile as he snaps the beast's neck with one slash. The beast lets out one final bleak before meeting its end. Sato lands behind the beast as blood gushes out of its body, and it falls down on the ground. He looks at the disintegrating body of the beast and bids it farewell. The monster's head huffs in pain and then suddenly lets out a roar. Tenma and Khotone tense up, wondering what's to come next. However, Sato tells them that it is alright, the beast is just letting out a roar to call its species at the moment of death. Since there are no monsters around here, they can just leave. Just then, a boy falls down from the sky and lands directly on the beast's face, smashing it in an instant.
Damn. We actually win it? Interesting. I feel like the quick play is a lot of fun like this. Wait a second. I feel like I start liking Lion. Lion. Something this one is amazing.
The boy rises and looks around. He blurts out that the mana is weak here. Suddenly, his eyes start to glimmer as he notices Tenma and Khotone. He then looks at Sota and asks who he is and what this lineup is. Sota is surprised to look at this person and wonders if he is a player. What this lineup is, he notices Tenma and Khotone. The mana is weak here. Suddenly, his eyes start to glimmer as he notices Tenma and Khotone. He then looks at Sota and asks who he is and what this lineup is. Sota is surprised to look at this person and wonders if he is a player. Tenma tenses up, but Sota calms her down. He tells her to relax, as this guy doesn't seem to be their enemy. Tenma listens to him and tells him that she is going to call everyone then. The boy stands there in silence. Khotone approaches him from behind and asks about who he is. But before she could finish her sentence, she fell on the ground from fatigue. Sotwell points out that the power he possesses belongs to the 38th floor demon. He demands to know his real identity. They both introduce each other. The boy is surprised to find out that he is talking to Sotwell. Sotwell responds by saying that he too is looking very different himself. He addresses him as Flash. Flash asks Sotwell if he is mocking him and calls him by his nickname Disaster. Flash is the boy player from Dunnex. He's the leader of a top-class large
Amazing. Starting by killing each.
Come out, wherever you are.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession. The diffuser has been secured.
Flashbang out. Drone going out.
Op 4 last operator standing.
I'm reloading.
Must recover the diffuser. Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
Scale dungeon clearing clan. His nickname is Flash, and he's a strong player with a nickname just like Sotwell. Flash tells Sotwell that he wants to get out of the castle and asks if he knows how. Sotwell is surprised and asks him why don't he just walk outside. Flash tells him that when he tried doing that he was flung back to his starting position. Return stones and gates are also no-go for him. He explains that he then heard the demon's voice so he landed here. Sotwell surprises and tells him that he has no idea if that's the case. Flash looks down and thinks that they are not using any gate, then it means they are at most level 30. He understands why no one is at his castle on the 38th floor. Suddenly a voice cuts through. It is Kurosaki. She is shouting at Samoa demanding to know what happened to Tenma and why she is injured. She grabs Samoa from his shirt demanding answers. Tenma calls out to her and tells her
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Drone going out. Flash out.
Diffuser is active, protected at all costs.
Throwing frag grenade.
Bad guys.
One friendly operator remaining. Mission successful. Bomb defused.
Tells her to stop that since Samoa is the one who saved her. She asks her not to be rude towards him. Kurosaki, along with all her butlers, bows down. She apologizes to Sota and thanks him for saving their master. Tenma looks at Flash and asks who he is. Flash looks the other way and tells her that he is just an unimportant demon, but he has no malice towards them. If he had, he would have attacked them. Tenma is surprised to hear that he is a demon. Sota asks if that is okay and Tenma is his, but before he could finish his sentence, Flash tells him that it is fine. Sota is left wondering. Flash thinks back to his continuous attempts to leave the dungeon and realizes that he cannot leave this dungeon ever. He doesn't want to bother getting someone else involved as well. Tenma looks at Kurosaki and asks her if they can recruit Flash as the Black Butler. Kurosaki asks her why she wants to do that. Tenma tells her that this boy looks strong, and she is sure that he is not a bad guy and most importantly, he looks lonely. Flash and Kurosaki
Surya kit deployed.
Setting nitro cell.
Razor shell out.
Laser gate in position. Laser gate in place.
Wall secured! Loading new magazine.
5 seconds to insertion.
Shell going out.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Setting the razor shell. Ready for surprise.
Kurosaki are both surprised to hear this. Kurosaki states that she too was once saved by Tenma when she had nowhere else to go. She tells Flash that if he has nowhere else to go, they will welcome her to the Black Butler. His face turns blushy, and his eyes begin to tear up, He breaks down and cries. He thanks them and tells them that he cannot leave this dungeon at the moment. He asks them if that's fine if he asks to join once he finds a way to leave this dungeon. Tenma tells her that it is completely fine and they will even help him find a way out. Kurosaki adds that until he is a butler worthy of Tenma, she will teach him everything from zero. With that, Tenma waves him goodbye and they depart. Meanwhile, Umiya and Nita discuss with each other inside the cave. They find it really cruel to be disqualified like this. They had no idea that helpers were to be registered beforehand. Umiya tells her that when everyone heard about the helper system, they all went pale. If she hadn't introduced Kikuchi, everyone would have been discouraged before the competition even started. She also tells her that there is a message for Kano, that her brother wants to have a little talk with her. The masked warrior listens to this and a sudden chill goes through her body. Meanwhile, Sauta and his team come out of the dungeon and Kotone finally comes back to her senses. Sauta thinks to himself that no matter what the result may be, it won't change how the main story goes. He did all he could and reached the 20th floor. Even if they win, it won't hinder the story. Later, everyone gathers at a place where an announcer is about to announce the positions. The result day arrives. Kaoru stands there waiting for the result to be announced. Just then, Tsukishima arrives there and meets up with Class E. They ask him where he has been since he didn't even come on the first day. He asks them to shut up and taps on Kaoru's shoulder and tells her that he fulfilled his promise and registered an amazing magic stone. Not even the guys in A class could find a magic stone like that. Kaoru wonders what he is talking about. The announcements begin. The first position is won by Class A. Severa and her team celebrate their victory. Second position is taken by Class B. Tsukishima points out that they are in a totally different league from them. Not one person is weak there. Sue's team apologizes to her for not securing first place. She tells them that it is totally fine, they will try harder and win next time. The third place goes to Class C. Tsukishima points out that their helper didn't arrive at all. It's not like they don't have anyone backing them up, but unlike nobles, they are not overprotective, and they don't butt in on problems on school grounds. Kaoru asks him how he knows about that. However, Tsukishima tells her to forget that and pay attention to what comes next. Suddenly, someone brings a stone onto the stage, and the announcer states that they will total the numbers once more. Kaoru wonders if it is Class D. There is a magic stone rank category. The number 1 class that acquired the magic stone with the most power will get special points for being at the top.
Be ready to engage.
In this category, it's about
Throwing a razor beam.
Activating camera.
Facing a razor beam.
Repelling hostiles are in
Camera in place. Laser gate input.
10 seconds to insertion.
Setting a razor shell.
5 seconds and counting.
Surya in place.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Camera feed up and running. Better sleep with one eye open. Swapping mags. Sleep with one eye open.
Op 4, last operator standing. One friendly remaining. Down to 15 seconds. 10 seconds to go. All friendlies were eliminated. Mission failed.
Battle between the students' helpers power. Every year, Class E wasn't even part of the consideration. Class E, which didn't earn any points in other events and would usually never win against Class D, every year around this time, students from Class E start to drop out. However, this time, someone was there who united them together. Retaliation against the country's oppression. The announcer declares Class E. All of them were a retaliation against the country's 9 points. Everyone is shocked to hear this. Meanwhile, Class E bursts into celebration as they finally gain a victory over Class D. Sue begins to shout and scream, demanding to know what is the meaning of this. She grabs
Engage Op 4.
This'll rattle them.
EDD deployed. Stand clear of window.
Setting a razor shell. Razor shell out. Placing a razor bloom.
Having needle.
Ten seconds to insertion.
Device primed!
5 seconds and counting. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
I dare you to come closer. I dare you. Nice setup. I'm borrowing it.
bomb diffuser has been successfully deployed. Mission failed. All
Playing
friendlies were
solo,
eliminated.
man. He was camping the whole time above, bro. Seriously.
Sarah's shoulder. Sarah tells her that she has no idea, but it seems that there is only one possibility. Soup's face turns red from anger. She blurs out that she had already checked the levels of everyone in the lower classes. She asks Saris if she is suggesting that Tenma alone could take down that beast. She jumps on the stage and calls out her sensei. She demands to see the data to make sure that the stone belongs to the Great Demon. Her teacher tells her that it is indeed the magic crystal of the 20th floor boss, the Great Demon. She also states the participants who made the subjugation were Tenma Akira, Kotone Kotone, and Narumi Sota, only 3 people. Karu's face is covered with shock when she hears about Sota going to floor 20. Everyone is surprised to hear that someone was able to clear the Great Demon with just a party of 3 people, since even the Saint required 4 members to clear it. Just then, someone arrives there with a fan. Since even the Saint required 4 was able to clear the Great Demon with just a party of 3 people, since even the Saint required 4 members to clear it. Just then,
Seconds to go. 5 seconds to insertion. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Be patient in there. They'll come to us.
Do you have a hole in your head?
As my friend would say, time to make a new
Changing
one.
mags!
You have dropped the diffuser.
Cluster charge going live.
Target located! First floor!
Cluster charge going up. Cluster charge deployed. Placing cluster charge.
1 op 4 remaining.
Flashbang out! Changing mag. Activating drone.
The diffuser is now secure. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds. The diffuser is no longer in your possession. We have been eliminated.
And someone arrives there with a fan in her hand. It turns out to be Hachiryu Thief Club's president, Kusunoki Kira. She calls out to Kaoru and asks if a guy named Narumi Sota is there. She looks down at her watch and suddenly realizes about him. Meanwhile, Sota goes back to his house to enjoy a nice warm bath. Kaoru rushes towards his house with a Sota goes back to his house to enjoy a nice warm bath. Kaoru rushes towards his house with a letter in her hand. Sota comes out of the bath and looks at the notifications on his watch. Just then his bell rings and on the speaker Kaoru says that she cannot contact Sota. Sota wonders why she is here. He goes to the gate to open it and looks at Kaoru. Kaoru is surprised to see this new Sota since he has lost so much weight. Kaoru asks if she can have a word with him. It seems that Sota is overwhelmed by her scent. His face drained of color as he sweated heavily while offering Kaoru a shower. Kaoru looks at him with a blank face, thinking he might be having some naughty thoughts about her. He quickly reads the situation and clarifies that he has no such intention. Later, Kaoru takes a bath and thinks back about the situation. She didn't see even a hint of perverseness from him. Sota taps on the door and tells her that he has brought her the toner and body cream she asked for. She holds the water in her hands and thinks that this is Sota's bath water. She wonders if she should be more nervous or prepare for something else. Later they sit by the table, and Sota offers her some tea. Kaoru tells her that there is something she would like to ask him about the class competition. He tells her that she is free to ask anything. She asks him why he didn't call her. Sota seems to be clueless and asks if anything has happened. She brings up that the Class E managed to take the 4th place from Class D. Sota is surprised but keeps his composure and tells her that he is glad to hear that since he worked hard for it. He apologizes for making
Setting the welcome mat.
EDD mounted, don't stand close.
Taking a razor blue.
Setting up.
EDD deployed, stand clear of window.
Throwing a razor blue.
Loading new mag.
10 seconds left.
EDD
Ready for
deployed,
company.
stand clear of window.
5 seconds and counting.
Repelling hostiles. My beautiful evil eye is ready.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Doorway tapped. Stay clear
Deploying
of
mobile
blast zone.
cover.
My evil eye ready to kill some Stronzos. Evil eye deployed!
Op 4, last operator standing. Down to 15 seconds. Time expires in 10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining. Reached the time limit.
Making her worry. She points out that they had originally planned that Sauta would retire on the 8th floor, then meet up with them. She asks him why he went deep into the dangerous floors. She asks if it was because she had asked him to give it his best. Sauta tells her that he had planned to retire, but those nobles forced him to carry their stuff around, so it isn't her fault. She then asks why a great demon's magic crystal was in Class E's possession. Sauta is caught off guard, panics and looks at his watch. He says that it was Khotone and Tenma who subjugated it, and he didn't do anything. He says that it was because he came close to Tenma along the way. Kaoru gives him the letter and tells him that it is from Kusunoki Kiara. Sauta thinks that Kiara is one of the Hachiryu, and also a member of the underworld clan Kunoichi Red, who worked as spies. It is an invitation to her clan party. He thinks that they are most likely going to question him about Faker, and ignoring them is a bad idea. Kaoru asks him what kind of party it will be. Sauta tries to find words to talk to her. He had thought to tell her everything.
Changing mags!
Coming hostile, but interested. ECT primed. Stand clear.
Kiva successfully deployed.
Deploying welcome mat.
Kiva standing
Deploying
deployed
ATS!
barrier.
Device primed. Keep an eye on door.
Down to 10 seconds.
Reloading. Cover me.
5 seconds to insertion.
Setting the welcome mat.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Setting the welcome mat.
Loading mag.
One friendly remaining. Mission critical. Bomb diffuser activated. One op 4 remaining. Diffuser located. Disable it. Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
Everything and make her an ally. Kaoru is a sincere and trustworthy woman. On top of that, if he has her, he can indirectly support Akagi and others. However, this is just his desire. He wants her to live without the knowledge about the DLC for the story's sake. That's the best. He thinks that Kaoru is the same as Satsuki, where they don't have bad endings. He doesn't want to deprive her of that just because he shared some information. He chooses to keep everything a secret. Kaoru asks him if there is something he cannot talk about. She tells him that if he is hiding something, he can tell her. However, he can't seem to be open about it, so he covers it up. He tells her that they are going to give her a treat and some food. He plans to go to the party since he has been invited. Kaoru lets out a faint smile and finally takes her leave. Sota comes back inside after saying her goodbyes. Kaoru walks back home as she thinks to herself that she was rude. However, she gets a grip of herself and understands that their class competition is over. Class E won over Class D. She realizes that their class competition is over. Class E won over Class D. She realizes that Sota has been behaving strangely since this spring, but he just doesn't want to tell her the reason. 2 days later,
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds before insertion. Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
Quick set. See you on the other side.
Changing megs. Enemy interference. Resetting.
As my friend would say, time to ring some ears. Stay back!
You must recover the diffuser.
Going out.
The diffuser is now secured.
Replicator online.
Diffuser is active, protected at all costs.
Megs.
Friendly, last operator standing.
Kaoru practices at her house when she notices a crowd passing by. She comes outside to find out what all this is about. She comes out to find that Kira has arrived at Sota's house. Kira looks at Sota and asks if he is Narumi Sota's brother. Some time before, Sota looked at himself in the mirror. He thinks to himself that it is good that he has lost some weight, but ever since the competition, he cannot control his hunger. He goes down the stairs and comes across Kano. She seems down as she only tells Sota that she will be going. Sota only replies that she can go. Today is the day that Sota will be going to Kunoichi Red's clan party. He thinks to himself about the past. He didn't want to start a fight with Kano, but he just asked her to evacuate the dungeon. When she entered the house last time, Sota gave her an earful about her actions. He asks her not to dive into dungeons alone if she understands that. Since that moment, she has been sulking like that. Sota comes out of the house. Suddenly, a car stops in front of him and Kira comes out of that car. She is Kira Kusunoki. She offers him a seat inside the car. They both get inside the car and head is Kira Kusunoki. She offers him a seat inside the car. They both get inside the car and head out. Inside the car, Kira tells Sota that she has heard
Insertion in 10 seconds. 5 seconds. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Reloading.
Deploying Claymore. Loading new mag.
Taking Gemini for a spin.
Gemini's offline!
My air jab is deployed. Air jab planted. Ready to go.
Loading new magazine.
Op 4 last operator standing.
that he contributed quite a lot during the school competition. Sota nervously tells her that there have been certain mishaps. Kira tells her that there is nothing to hide. Sota explains that he is someone from the lowest class, and he was the most useless one out of all of them. Kira tells him that although she has no idea about his true strength, she is well aware of the fact that he is a faker. She points out that the fact alone is enough for her to know that his real strength is not something to be ignored. Sota thinks to himself that this is the reason he was invited here in the first place. After a while, they finally reach their destination. He comes out of the car nervously and looks around. Kira tells him that he doesn't need to be so on guard. She explains that her aunt specifically ordered her to treat him more friendly. Her aunt is the leader of Kunoichi Red, Mikami Haruka. Kira flusters after hearing her name as she adores her beauty and fantastic personality. Her tone shifts fast. She warns Sota to refrain from doing anything rude in front of her, even though she is an open-minded person. Regarding Kunoichi Red, they are extremely conservative. On top of that, they are well known among the masses, and in politics, they really have a strong offensive ability. Mikami Haruka is the leader of that clan, and Sota needs to tread carefully. They arrive at a castle. After walking for a while, they come across another lady. Kiera introduces her as the clan's vice leader, Tube Motsuha. They all start to walk while talking. Motsuha tells him that they have invited a bunch of people, which is why the leader wants to talk to him afterwards. Suta
10 seconds before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Getting us range.
Found my next target. Jagger says hello.
Loading new mag! Swapping mags! Flashbang!
1 on 4 remaining. Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.